Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of English with Heart, the show where we make learning English fun, friendly, and totally real. I'm Alex, your host, your English buddy, and a guy who still believes he could have been a soccer star if Netflix didn't exist.
And I'm Emma. Alex, you and your soccer dreams again. Laughs. But seriously, today's episode is something millions of people around the world can relate to. Whether you're into soccer, basketball, cricket, tennis, or even just watching sports movies, sports is one of the best topics to connect with people in English.
Exactly. Because think about it. When you meet new people, especially in the US, one of the most common small talk questions is, "Hey, do you watch sports?" Or, "What team do you support?"
Oh yes, and if you can talk about sports confidently, it helps you sound more natural and friendly in English conversations. You'll find it so easy to connect with Americans because sports is everywhere, in schools, bars, offices, even dating conversations sometimes.
Totally. So today, we're going to teach you how to talk about sports in English like a natural speaker. By the end of this episode, you'll know useful words, phrases, and expressions that real Americans use when they talk about sports.
We'll also give you simple examples, fun role plays, and little practice moments where you can actually repeat after us.
So grab your coffee, relax, and let's dive into today's topic, talking about sports in English.
Okay, Alex, let's start simple. What's your favorite sport?
That's an easy one. Basketball. I grew up watching Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. I still play on weekends with my friends. What about you?
Nice. For me, it's tennis. I love how it's both mental and physical. You're alone on the court, and it's just you versus your opponent. It teaches discipline.
That's cool. So let's start with our first useful phrase. I'm really into...
Right. When you say I'm really into basketball or I'm really into tennis, it means you enjoy it a lot. It's the same as saying I like it very much, but more natural.
Exactly. For example, I'm really into basketball these days. I even watch all the NBA games.
Or I'm really into yoga. It helps me relax after work.
Now, here's another one you'll hear all the time. I'm a huge fan of...
Yes, this one is super common. You can say, I'm a huge fan of the Lakers, or I'm a huge fan of Serena Williams.
And sometimes people say, I've been a fan since childhood. It means you liked that team or player for a long time.
You can even say, I've supported them through thick and thin, which means you stayed loyal even when they lost.
Exactly. Americans love loyalty in sports.
All right, next expression. Did you catch the game last night?
Yes. When someone says that, they mean, did you watch the game last night? It's a very natural way to ask.
So imagine you're at work on Monday and your coworker says, hey, did you catch the game last night? You can answer, yeah, I did. It was so close. Or no, I missed it. How was it?
Perfect. Notice the words catch the game, not see the game, even though see is fine. Catch sounds more natural in American English.
Let's move on to another phrase. They totally crushed it.
That's a fun one. It means they played really well or dominated the match. For example, the Lakers crushed the Celtics last night.
Or Serena totally crushed her opponent. It means she played amazingly.
Now, on the other side, if someone loses badly, you can say they got destroyed or they got beaten badly.
Yeah. The team got destroyed sounds dramatic but common in casual speech.
Speaking of losing, do you remember that time your favorite tennis player lost in the semifinals?
Don't remind me. Laughs. I was heartbroken. But that brings us to another expression. It was a tough loss.
Exactly. Tough loss means it was hard to accept because the team or player almost won or played well, but didn't make it.
You can say, it was a tough loss, but they played really well.
Okay, now let's talk about some everyday phrases fans use while watching sports, like, come on, let's go, you got this.
Yes, those are the typical cheer-up phrases you'll hear in stadiums or living rooms.
So imagine watching a soccer game. You shout, come on, Messi, or let's go, team.
Exactly. And when the other team scores, you can say, oh no, or that was unlucky.
Now, here's another cool phrase, on fire.
Ooh, I love that one. It means someone is doing extremely well. For example, LeBron was on fire last night.
It's like saying, he was amazing.
Another one is, it went down to the wire.
Yes, that means the game was very close until the last moment. For example, the match went down to the wire, but we won in the last minute.
Great expression, especially for talking about suspenseful games.
And if a player performs better than expected, you can say, he stepped up.
Right, like the rookie stepped up when the team needed him. It means he took responsibility and played really well.
Here's another one. They played their hearts out.
That's beautiful. It means they gave everything, even if they didn't win. For example, the team played their hearts out but still lost.
I love that phrase because it shows emotion, not just results.
Now, let's talk about casual conversations with friends. Like if you're meeting someone new and they ask about sports, you can say, I'm not really into sports, but I enjoy watching big matches.
Yes. Or, I don't play, but I love watching with friends. That's totally fine too. You don't have to be an athlete to talk about sports.
Exactly, it's more about connection than competition.
All right, let's have a short role play to help our listeners imagine a real conversation.
Sure, I'll be the coworker, and you're the new guy in the office.
Okay.
Hey Alex, did you catch the game last night?
Yeah, I did. What a match. The ending was crazy.
I know, right? The team really stepped up in the last quarter.
Yeah, they played their hearts out. I'm a huge fan of that team.
Same here. Maybe we should watch the next game together.
That sounds great.
See? Simple, friendly, and very natural.
Exactly. These small chats can help you make friends easily in English-speaking countries.
And remember, pronunciation also matters. For example, the word soccer has a short O sound. Soccer, not soccer.
Good point. And tennis is tennis, not tennis.
All right, before we move to practice, let's quickly list the expressions we learned today. I'm really into... I'm a huge fan of... Did you catch the game? They crushed it. They got destroyed. It was a tough loss. Let's go. He's on fire. It went down to the wire. He stepped up. They played their hearts out.
That's 11 solid expressions. All real, all natural.
Okay, friends, now it's your turn to speak with us. We'll go slowly. Try to repeat after me or answer when I ask. Ready?
Let's go.
Say it with me. I'm really into basketball.
Nice. Now say, I'm a huge fan of the Lakers.
Good job. Now imagine I ask, did you catch the game last night? How would you answer? You could say, yeah, I did. It was awesome.
Or, no, I missed it. Who won?
Now repeat, they totally crushed it.
And now the opposite. They got destroyed.
Try this one. It was a tough loss.
Perfect. Now let's practice cheering. Say, come on. You got this.
You sound great. Next, he's on fire.
Awesome. Say, the match went down to the wire.
Good. Now one more. They played their hearts out.
That's it. You did amazing. Remember, practice saying these out loud when you're watching a game or talking with friends.
Yeah, and if you don't watch sports, you can still use these phrases in everyday life. For example, my team at work crushed it today, or I played my heart out in that interview.
Exactly. Sports language is full of energy. You can use it in business, studies, even personal goals.
All right, let's wrap it up. Today, we learned how to talk about sports in natural American English. You discovered expressions like, I'm really into, they crushed it, it was a tough loss, and they played their hearts out.
And we also practiced pronunciation, cheering phrases, and how to sound friendly when you talk about sports with others.
Remember, learning English is just like playing a sport. The more you practice, the better you get. You can't win the game if you don't play, right?
Exactly. Mistakes are part of the game. They're your training moments.
So keep speaking, keep listening, and never be afraid to step up.
Beautifully said, Emma.
Thank you. And to our listeners, we're proud of you. You showed up today, you practiced, and that's what matters.
All right, friends, that's all for today's episode of English with Heart.
Next time, we'll talk about another exciting topic, how to talk about movies in English.
Can't wait. Until then, keep smiling, Keep learning and keep playing your language game.
Bye, everyone.
Take care and talk soon.